will be the patient, and we will need one doctor, please. Who will be the volunteer? The doctor.
She want to be my doctor. Ayo.
What is your complaint?
I have afternoon. Switch up
You have
last night.
last night. So it is continuous or
Speak loud.
okay. It was continuous pain or
Yes, quite continuous.
continuous pain. You have fever last night? Since last night?
No.
No
No
fever.
fever.
Okay. You have another complaint such as nausea or vomiting?
No.
It's just only in that place or mobile in another place?
Not mobile, but not on the place.
Okay, can you directly
Wait, Ibu pasien should repeat the question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You are asking whether the pain is mobile or on their place, not all of them.
can you pinpoint your pain in your abdomen?
Is it okay? He's asking me to pinpoint the pain.
Yes.
Yes.
He's a doctor.
Yes, okay. He's asking my pain is.
So you cannot directly locate it your pain. Okay. So how about your defecation? Is that
He is asking about my defecation problem. I don't have any defecation problem.
you have no vomiting?
He is asking about the vomiting and nausea. And
Speak
Louder, louder.
Speak louder, dokter.
Yes.
tidak ada bahasa.
Dan dia mungkin mau jawab, saya tidak ada.
Oke.
Terus.
You should also, can I say something? You should face us.
Oke.
Oh ya.
Yeah, quietly. Yeah. So you are patient, but you are the professor now.
Yes.
The professor, this is a course.
Yes.
I apologize, but this is a training of trainers.
Yes.
So have you eat some different that you usually eat?
I don't eat any different food. Just origin. Usual.
No drug before that you usually
I don't have any drug or medication before.
This complaint is just this first time or
This is my first time complaint.
Have you feel that you have blood?
Oh, kamu. Oh, I don't have any bloating in my abdomen.
No complaint? Another
No. Yeah, I have abdominal pain and all of my stomach. It's my complaint since last night. You have to ask more.
Directly no trigger at all, just feel.
No trigger at all. Yes. I don't have any trigger before I have my stomach problem.
No trauma.
I don't have experienced any trauma before the abdominal pain. Dia nggak boleh beritahu ya sama temennya ya.
And call a friend. So, how about your cycle? Periods?
Cycle of what?
Menstruation.
Okay. I have my menstruation period 8 weeks ago. 8 weeks ago.
Normal.
8 weeks ago I have normal period. 8 weeks ago I have normal period.
Okay. So, how about your? Are you married?
Yes, I'm married. I have 2 children.
How about the sexual?
Normal. My sexual. She has strange question. How can you say no?
No, no, I don't.
I have normal sexual disturbance, of course. Yeah, it's normal.
So I think it's not more than this. Can
Okay.
I examine your how about your vital signs?
Yeah, my blood pressure is 80/60 and my pulse is 110 and my respiration is normal. It's
Blood pressure.
okay. It's okay.
So your blood pressure is quite low.
80, my blood pressure 80/60.
So how about your slight pale or
I look pale, yeah. I'm pale. I'm pale.
conjunctiva is
My conjunctiva is anemic. It's yeah, it's pale. It's pale. My conjunctiva.
So the pulse is
Pulse is
strong.
yeah, not good. Yeah, 110, not strong.
So
Okay.
how about your thoracal
Speak loudly.
My
thoracal examination?
thoracal examination is good. It's okay. It's not good.
No problem with heart.
There is no problem in my respiration and also my cardio systemic.
You know your abdominal examination about the inspection any mass or distension.
There is no mass,
About
no
the,
distension.
scar or hematoma something.
No, there is no scar and hematoma.
So
Scar dilesa.
about the auscultation.
Auscultation.
Small
Peristaltic.
increase.
Normal.
Normal.
Normal. Okay. About the palpation.
Palpation is
Is there any mass or
no mass.
pain?
Yes, there is a tenderness.
Deep?
Deep pain. What do you mean deep pain?
You press and you feel pain?
Yes,
Or
yes.
just
Yes,
slight?
I have tenderness.
Where
All over.
about defense? Do you have?
There is no defense muscle.
About so all
Yes.
abdominal is pain.
Yes, yes. Tenderness. Yes.
About the percussion?
Normal. My percussion, more,
Timpani or
no, there is no timpani. Is normal.
so so okay, the blood count, complete blood count.
My hemoglobin, normal. Well, my leukocyte normal. Complete blood count normal.
Do you see this as
Yeah, there's anemia but happy normal. Well, leukocyte normal. Normal thrombocyte normal. I have my normal thrombocyte. No thrombocytopenia. Normal.
What?
Chemical.
Electronic.
Normal. Electrolyte normal. There is no urinary infection. There is no urinary infections. The test positive.
So, yes, from the analysis and the feedback and the analysis.
haven't had any.
Broken.
Yeah, the USC is broken, so you cannot perform the USC examination. You are far away, far from here.
What do we think it is?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think the blood pressure is quite low. I think something acute happened in the abdominal.
And which diagnosis you do?
Pregnancy.
Ecto. Okay, stop.
Okay,
Yes.
stop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Role play. Then I will propose you to discuss in the group what are the positive arguments or findings to confirm the ectopic pregnancy. And you should also find the number for the true positive and false positive for each argument. Is it clear? Nanti langsung bisa ngitung. Taruh di komputer sekalian. Okay? Start, yeah? So, for the pain, abdominal pain, what is the true positive for abdominal pain? 100. 90. 90. And cholesterol.
Then next.
Next. Pain. Sorry? Pain?
Pellet.
Pellet? Yeah. 70. 60. 50. 70.
You see that for the true positives, if it's 70 or 60s, it does not change, as we showed. The false positives, if it's 2 or 3, is an enormous difference. But here, therefore, I don't write. If someone says now it's 10, I will write.
Okay.
Another one.
And another argument. Another
Finally,
amenorrhea. And what is the true positive? 90. 100. What other findings?
TB test.
PP test. Pack test positive.
90.
90. 99.
Aneh banget sih kalau 90.
What other arguments do you have? Shock. Hypotension. 90. Shock. 60. 60. 80. 60.
50.
50. Other? Do you have any findings? Other findings? Yes, it's been abdominal pain is others. No? Shock. Other?
Reproductive age.
how strong is that? Nothing. And so we can do it. Because I've seen some have done reproductive age. Yeah. How much?
90.
90 only. You have seen old women with an ectopic. 100. Some have for reproductive more, Less? 90 years. You can also say to be a woman and not a man.
Okay.
Smaller sign?
Yeah. Is there any other sign? No?
Tenderness.
Tenderness. Oh, sorry. They call it the tenderness one. Yeah. The group. How many is it? 85.
Tenderness.
calculate tenderness.
Tenderness. Tenderness. This is very important.
Yeah, only one group mentioned tenderness.
False positives.
What will be false positive for the abdominal pain?
10.
False positive?
80.
80.
80. Oh,
20. 30. 2.
2. So in consultation, only 2 patients, random consultation, only 2 have abdominal pain.
Okay.
Balance.
Helen? Okay. Everyone? Right. 10. Helen? 10. Helen? 4. Okay. And for the amenorrhea? False positive? 5.
50.
50.
2.
2. Amenorrhea? 30. 1.
We'll comment on that after.
Pectus. False positive.
20.
Huh? 20. 30.
30.
3.
3.
5. 50.
50.
Yeah.
What's our difference?
Hypotension, false positive. For the hypotension, shock or shock? 10.
3.
5. 2. 10. Huh? 3. 3 to 10.
The productive age.
Productive age. The one. False positive.
70.
Productive age. Do you have any number? No. And the tenderness? False positive. 2. Okay.
My first comment.
Yeah. You have
If we comment on that, because for the confirming power, the most important is false positives. So this is a stick. You should. It depends. It depends on the setting. It's very important to see the setting. They said we are in an emergency room. In an emergency room, of course, you will have more. Hypertension. Okay. But in an emergency room, you will also have pregnant women. It will not change. Yeah. For hypertension, it will be important. But in an emergency room, hypertension will be higher here and also higher here. See, it depends. But don't say that anywhere that only 1% have amenorrhea. That's not true. All of the patients are women. Yeah. But then of reproductive women, I think half of the women So already 25% of your patients are women in reproductive age. So some of them have amenorrhea. Don't say that it's only one. And you have a lot of pregnant women. How do you have all these 300 million people in Indonesia? Or did you stop to reproduce? Now, next question. So we have calculated all this. We have numbers now. So now, Monday we made an engine. So I ask you, what is the excluding part if all these were negative? Every item, you calculate now, what is the excluding part? You have the engine.
Jadi kalau semua argumen itu negatif, nanti gimana ngitung excluding power? Pakai mesin, pakai Excel. Cuma membaca ini yang
tapi bukan ektotik. Itu bukan abdominal pain dan bukan
So I've seen that. I've seen that some people do not know the tricks of Excel. So Excel has got a lot of tricks. Let me show how I do this. I also you did like this. So to go further, you just copy all this. No, you copy this. Copy, and I put it here. And then I say I want to know the false negatives. But then look what you do. Instead of here is the same, here is also equals 100 minus this one. Yeah. And then you just take this, both of them, and then you go to the corner, yeah, and you pull this down. And now these formulas, they are adapted.
Yes.
Don't type every time a new formula, you just pull it down. So easy, isn't it? Yeah. Now, and then this is the equals, this is divided by. So then you have. Now, where does this rule comes from that weak is 3, good is 10, strong is 33. Where does that come from? And I show you, ladies, listen to me. And I propose you to do this. You go here and you say, I want a function. And you look for the function log 10. And in log 10 you say, I want log 10 of this one. And then you have, we will still answer. Yeah, you first do this down. And then in bold you say, where is the goal? Look, now you have the suffix function. If it is 2, you see, finally, the powers, they are on a logarithmic scale, the log 10 scale. And if it's 2, then it is very strong. If it's only 1, it's strong, it's good. This is good, this is very strong, this is 0.5 is weak, you see weak, and if it's, this is very, very strong, you see, it is the logarithmic scale. This corresponds to the 3, 10, 33, and 100. So try this out to make this logarithmic scale. So you do, you look for the log, then you look for log, function log 10, and you do it. Then you say 2. And now here you say, I want to do not log 10, but the inverse, that's power. Look first. Which number? I say, I want to put 10 to the power and to this power. And you see that 10 to the power 0.5 is 3. And if you pull this down, you see nicely 10, 31, 100. Understand? So we do the inverse instead of converting power to the log. And now we understand why we said 3, 10, 33, and 100. So try this. The function is power. by this and this and this. So then you see with abdominal tenderness and ascites, let's see, he says, ectopic pregnancy rupture. You might say that's not an ascites. You clean the pregnancy, you will nicely bring this up and give you you see. So try this out, reset, and then you can. Okay. It works. Nice man. Yeah. See. Ratio we said is the total discriminative power. Yeah. If the test is positive, it has got a confirming power. If it is negative, it has got an excluding power. So normally, the total discriminative power should be the sum of both. You confirm, you exclude, should be the sum. Both. But look, 16 plus 4 is 20. And here you have 76. So what is wrong? What is done? You see. Confirming power, excluding power. Normally, you add them and you should have the total discriminative power. But it does not work. What do I do? Always the same. You put formula, you say I want log 10. Okay. And log 10 is okay. Then I pull this down. Do nothing, just wait. And now, here is the trick of the magician. You say, I go here, I want here, the sun. You understand? Try it out on your own. Again? So the magician will say, do it again. The rabbit is already gone. You know, the magicians that they pull out a rabbit out of the hat, yeah? And then they let it go, now the rabbit is gone. So, have converted to log 10. Log 10, he asks me which number should I convert this one. I say, okay. Then I convert everything to log 10. These I do not need. Then here I say, make this a sum. You can also say equals this plus. And look, it's the same. Magic. Do it. Can you explain? She helps you.
Kali 8. Ya, so 102. Iya, log kalau nggak ada ya ada lambangnya itu dari 2 pangkat ya. Itu log. Dua log. Misalnya 4, 2 log itu 2 log 4. Waktu sama dengan 10 mas. Kalau nggak ada sisa
Pen itu ya? Pen kayak tadi. Oh, iya,
matematikanya bisa memahami saya integrasikan di 10
So right, over here.
Fox.
Okay, ladies.
Fox.
Ladies. I changed, I put this number first and then added them. So here you can see this is the excluding power plus the confirming power, and then you have the constants. Now your question is why?
Why? How?
Why is this? Why this is? Because it are all ratios. A ratio is something divided by something else. It's not a proportion. This is a real ratio. And ratios, they are intrinsically exponential. Intrinsically exponential. So that is like, for instance, growth is also intrinsically exponential. Something that grows. You have a small chicken, and the chicken becomes bigger, and it is also always times two. It's not plus. We have a chicken, or when we grow, it's not that when we are 1 year old, we are 2 kilo, no, 1 year, 10 kilograms, for instance, then we will be at 2 years. We are 20 kilograms, at 3 years we are 30 and then 40. No, it does not go like that. We grow exponentially. And therefore, everything that is growing, and ratio also is something that is like something that is growing, is intrinsically exponential. That's mathematics.
I need to repeat in English.
What? Should I
I need to
repeat?
repeat in English.
In
Yeah,
Indonesian or
it is difficult for me. Even in English or in Indonesian, it is difficult for me to understand.
It remains difficult and quite difficult to understand. The ratio, something divided by, is always intrinsically is exponential. And it is like something that grows. Something that grows once you have 100 molecules. Then after 1 week you have 200 molecules. After 3 weeks you have 400. Then you have 800. Then you have something that grows.
But why ratio is exponentially? Why ratio is exponentially? Intrinsic exponential.
Why? Because it is like something that grows. 100.
Ratio is growth.
You have 100 molecules. They divide all in 2. Then you have 200. They all divide 1 in 2. So then you have 400. They divide all in 1. Like everything grows, it's also decay. Uranium, when it decays, it's in the same way it decays. always exponential. There are 1,000, they are divided by 2, they go to 500. Divided by 2, that's
Anggoro mantuk-mantuk Anggoro. High science. Ya, tenang aja di lock.
yeah. Okay, now we go for one step further. So most of you are there, three, only there, 2 are there. Okay, then
Where is this?
you are not real.
I'm not
So
real.
you can divide in 2 also.
Eksponensial.
Okay, so I've got a problem. Who is my doctor? I've got a problem. Who is my doctor?
What's the third?
An intelligent doctor. No intelligent
Calculate the positive predictive value by calculating true positive divided by the total of true positive and false positive. So positive predictive value. Then
If you don't remember, you go to the
Penambahan dari positif dan
Kira-kira sendiri kan belum nambah apa.
listen, yeah, because I thought that most of you would find that immediately, but now the more you look for it, the more you get confused. See, so I have to forget my syllabus status, and I will show you how to do this. Now the problem is we lack something, and that is, first of all, what is suspicion in my bishop? Before we know we do the test. So the suspicion in public health, they call that the prevalence. Here we say what is the suspicion. Then you have to see what are the values of this test. HIV test, you can imagine how much true positives you have, so the sensitivity and the specificity, I suppose you know. And then you should have an idea. So what I propose, give me what you think, what is the suspicion of this bishop. And therefore you think, if we have 100 bishops in Africa, yeah, how many are infected? That's the idea. 1 in 1,000, 1 in 100, 1 in 10, half of them. Before you do the test. So what is the prevalence in bishops? And then you fill it in. What is here? So you fill it in there. What is the sensitivity and how many false positives? Do that first. Yes, so you create and you fill it in per table. First suspicion. And you say, there they said something special, yes. Can you tell it, because it's interesting.
I can't take it.
Stand up.
Yeah.
She made a beautiful error.
Yeah. Based on my, it's the same like true, yeah, it's the same as true positive. But I make the example from this case, among 100 bishops.
So she said sensitivity is how many bishops are positive in 100 bishops. So they put sensitivity 1. But that's wrong. So the suspicion is 1. And sensitivity means how many of these tests are positive in 100 real patients. That's sensitivity. Now we go now we go one step further. Look at this. You should all do this to well understand this. I pay you something after. So then, let's say that we are going to calculate this for 100 bishops here. And here we say equals 10,000 minus. So we work in 10,000 patients. So if we say suspicion is 1, then we start 1, 110,000. Now these, so we made sensitivity, I think we all said 95, and false positive, some say 5, some say 2, let's make it 3. And then my question is, in the 100 real infected, really positive, really infected bishops, how many will be detected by my test? Work it out. So I repeat the question. In 100, so fix it like this, in 100 infected bishops, how many will be detected by test? And that you put. Okay. Look at the screen. So I have 100 really infected bishops equals this multiplied by this divided by 100. Suppose my sensitivity is not, my suspicion is not 1, but what might be, for instance, 0.5. Then you see immediately it will change and it will detect 47, 50. Now on the other side, my test will also detect 3% of non-infected. There will be false positives. So you will have here exactly the same formula. We say equals all my non-infected multiplied by 3%. And finally, if all my tests, all these tests are positive, you have 47 who are real, and you have almost 300 who are false. So when I come here, I say the true positives, positive predictive value will be this divided by all the positives. This plus this. And so I arrive at maybe times 100, and you can see I arrive with a positive test. In my case, I'm only at 30% of positive. So my test is positive, but probably false. It changes, of course, if you make it 1% here, your suspicion, but I am under 50%, so I should not shoot myself. That is the conclusion. So finish this, and then we have 10 minutes, 5 minutes coffee.
Bishop with positive rapid test, the 24 with actual positive HIV, 24%, isn't it? So we put the 24 here. So with the increased suspicion after the first test, we performed the second confirmation test with Western blot, and among 10,000 bishops, with the 95%, similar 95% sensitivity of Western blot, then we will have this one, 91% of pretest probability of the bishop is having HIV.
You understand? So now the certainty after the first test is already 24%. So you start from 24. You start from, so do it all, and then then you make it narrow. Now, Western blot is stronger than the ELISA in the field. So the Western blot, I think, you have only 1% of false positives. So you arrive at 96. Yeah. So do it all, because then you immediately understand. Last question for today. Yes, last question, we have a few minutes left. What is the threshold to tell the bishop that he is HIV positive? Because the threshold is not only for treatment, it's also for to tell someone something. And as we said, there is a high stigma on it. So discuss what is the threshold you need to reach to tell the bishop is HIV positive. 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Close your screens, because this is only thinking. Close the screens. So I mean, it's not with the screen. Certain to tell someone is HIV positive. Close the what you need. This is what you already obtained. Tell someone how certain should you be to tell someone he is HIV. You reach 96. Is this sufficient? You are wrong. 4 times out of 100, you are wrong. Tell the patient you are HIV. It's not HIV. You can't refuse. How certain should you How certain should you be? How much? 90. 90 means that 1 is out of 10. Fragment is the shortest concept. And you told him he is positive. He will accuse you. So you said 90% is sufficient. So to 10 bishops, out of 10 bishops, 1 you will have second or positive. Now finally they do one initial will come after you. And or it will kill you, or it will accuse you. Came to us, we did again the test, we did the Western blot, and finally we were negative. These patients were very, very angry. Very angry. Because during 1 week or 2 weeks they thought they would die, and now you could say, no, you will not die. Instead. So how certain should we be? Yeah, to tell the patient that he is HIV positive. Actually, how certain? 90. So 90 means that you are wrong one time out of 10. So 10% of your patients will come after you and accuse you. How much? 99. So 1 out of 100 will come after you and accuse you. How much?
99.9.
99.9. So 1 out of 1,000 can come after you and accuse you. 90. So 1 out of 10. So to imagine that, because you might say we should absolutely sure. To be absolutely sure is very difficult. You easily can have a false positive. So it's not so easy, but you might have. So the question is, you said 99.9, we stick with 90 here. 90 is not possible. But then, what we do for that, we have just 1 minute left, that is this. We think 1 out of 1,000,000, is that possible? You say, then you say 1 in 10, that's what they say. And you come closer, you say 1 out of 100, and then you go down, 1 out of 100,000. So, and then you say, where do you stop? Try this out. So you say 1 out of 10 and 1 out of 1,000,000. And you see where you stop. Try it out with 1 minute. Where do you stop?
99%, also 1 in 100.
So 99%. So you accept to be wrong in 1%. Yes. You?
1 in 500.
1 in 500. You?
1 in 10,000.
1 in 1 in 10,000. 1 in 500. When we do this internationally, all over the world, normally people stick at 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000, somewhere. But actually, with fire load, you can get further. Yeah, you can go to 1 in 100,000. You can. The most important, if you have a case like that, don't ask to do more and more tests on the same serum.
Okay.
Because the same serum, if they made just a mistake while taking the blood and they labeled the tube and they made a mistake there, then you can do everything you want. It will remain positive. You understand what I mean? And when you see from prescribing the test to the result coming to you, you have at least 10 instances, 10 places where it can go wrong. They can already take, then when they centrifuge, it can go wrong. Then when they the pipette can be wrong, can come from wrong, and so on and so on. So you have at least 10 places where it can go wrong. So therefore, never you tell someone is HIV positive before you have a second serum sample. And if on the first everything is positive, you do a second, and on the second you do just a simple ELISA or rapid test. If that also positive, then it's positive. But never on one serum. Okay. So this is another example of threshold, of a very high threshold. It's the same in oncology. Oncologists, in oncology, you don't give chemotherapy if you are not for 99.99, So you have a very high threshold, so very low threshold. This is an example of very high threshold. Okay. So then see you tomorrow at 9. But at 9, let's say that at 9, 9:15 we start with the laptop. Every day it's later and later. So Friday, probably we start at 12. But then we have to break. So